What is up? It's the Beer League Hero and What the Puck podcast. Today I'm going to talk about my adventure to the Niagara Falls, to Toronto, and obviously Hockey Hall of Fame, which was absolutely amazing. Now, if you're a hockey fan like me, I mean diehard hockey fan, or just a hockey fan in general, even if you never played, go to Hockey Hall of Fame. It's unbelievable. I love history to begin with, but to see so much displayed was just, I'm still trying to process it. And the stuff that I saw, the history, I couldn't believe. I could have been in there for hours. Now, I had my wife who was hungry, and I had my soon-to-be 2-year-old daughter. And, I'll give a shout out to my wife. I love her. But she was like, yeah, you know what? I got her. Go explore. And I was in awe. I couldn't believe it. I did GoPro some of it, so I am going to make a video about it. Not too much. People were giving me weird looks when I had the GoPro. And also, too, I wanted to be, kind of respectful at the same time. But I was just in awe. I kind of was just like, oh, my God. Is that what I think it is? Oh, my God. Really? Oh, my, what? So, anyways, this was a birthday getaway for my wife, who's July 22nd, and my daughter's July 28th. So we figured, hey, let's not do anything too big. I'm still injured. I don't want to take a plane and all this bullshit, spend way too much money, even though I did spend way too much money in Canada. Let's just go up to Niagara Falls. It's like a 7.5 hour drive. So we go up there, rent a car. Cool, great, having fun. We get there. I'm exhausted. So we just went to, a small restaurant, eat, all that fun stuff. But the next day, that was Wednesday. The next day was Thursday. Thursday, I was like, hey, we're waking up early. We're going into Toronto. And Toronto's about an hour and a half, hour and 40 from where we were staying in Niagara Falls. And by the way, Niagara Falls, wow, unbelievable. That was one of the best places I've ever visited. I love Montreal, but I'm starting to really go towards Niagara Falls. More of a drive, a little tougher to park, but there's so much shit to do. It's unbelievable. It's almost got that New York City vibe, Vegas vibe on one of the strips. It was unbelievable. And the falls itself is just unbelievable. I mean, even if you just go to Niagara Falls, even on the Canada side or the Buffalo side, doesn't matter. It's unbelievable. Just to see that falls, it's great. I lost for words. So anyways, we wake up early, have our breakfast, load everything up, and we drive in. Now, I really don't know where I'm going. I got the GPS going. Sure, fine. So we get into Toronto, and it's got the New York City vibe to it. I was always told Toronto's like New York City, and I was like, okay, I can see that. There's one thing I noticed about Toronto, and I don't know, I mean, I know in America, if it's a busy intersection, you press the stoplight, you wait for the lights to turn red, and you cross. Over there, they didn't give a shit. Green, red, they're just walking across, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to fucking kill anybody. It was crazy. I don't know what the rule is. I know over here in America, it's like, yeah, no, if you're on the crosswalk, you gotta let them cross. So, the crosswalk says stop, and I'm trying to get the parking garage, and it's just a flood of people just coming. Now the light turns red, so I'm halfway across. I'm kind of in the crosswalk, and this Asian girl's flying down on a bicycle, and she's like, "You're in the way," and I'm like, I'm just looking at her. I'm like, I'm fucking shocked. I'm like, I'm in the way, because I tried to turn this flood of people, even though they had that sign up, stop. They just kept walking. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen anything like that before in my life. I've never been in New York City, Manhattan. People wait, and there's huge crowds. Fine, but same with Boston. I'm like, wow, they just don't give a fuck. I mean, when you get free healthcare, right, you can get run over. It's okay. Pretty messed up to say, but anyways, we find parking, and then of course it's like a maze. We gotta find where we're going. We're gonna walk a little bit, but it was cool walking downtown Toronto, and you see these big buildings. And before that, we passed the Rogers Center where the Blue Jays play, which I thought was cool. CN Tower. And before that, we had passed, at least on the highway, the old Maple Leaf Gardens, which is so beautiful, architecturally unbelievable. So we get to Hockey Hall of Fame. I already bought the tickets online. They scan us. We get in. I'm just like, oh, the mecca of hockey. It was awesome. It was so much fun. Just walking around. You know, of course, everything's behind glass. And I was just like, wow, this is unfucking real. And like, I'm kind of speechless. I'm just like, are you serious? That's Mark Messier's stick. That's Gretzky's stick. That's Eric Lindros's knee brace. It was unbelievable. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say except for get your ass to Hockey Hall of Fame if you're a hockey fan. It was one of the best moments in my, hockey career, my beer league career, my youth and beer league career. Just see all this history. I'm just like, wow. Jeremy Roenick, Chris Chelios. Of course, I didn't see too much Bruin stuff. I saw Bobby Orr stuff. I saw Eddie Shore stuff. But I was like, oh, okay. Not too much from 2011, surprisingly. A lot of Florida stuff, of course. Roberto Luongo stuff. Gordie Howe. I took a picture with my daughter in front of Gordie Howe statue. That was funny. Trying to think. It's unbelievable. But I think my favorite part was, I got two favorite parts. One was we go to the my wife actually was like, hey, where are you? The bathrooms are over here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta take a piss. And she comes out and she's like, you gotta see this. I'm like, what is it? She's like, these are all like goalie masks. And I'm like, oh shit, I totally forgot about that. And my wife's like, yeah, go look. She's like, what? She goes, that mask looks like yours. And it was Tim Thomas's mask. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's similar, but it's not. And it was like the wall of goalie masks, and just to see like Mike Richter's and Eddie Belfour's and Curtis Joseph's, and I'm like, oh my, Kiprusoff. I was like, oh my god, Tim Thomas. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it was almost like I was starstruck. I was like, wow. I'm like, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. So we go into the Montreal Forum, the locker room, and I had to sit where Patrick Waugh was, and Ken Dryden and Jacques Plante, and I had my daughter with me, so that was pretty cool. And just to see all those jerseys and the mask and stuff, I was just like, wow, this is unbelievable. As a Bruins fan, I can respect the Montreal Canadiens and their history. It was unbelievable just to sit on their bench and stuff. Oh, it was awesome. So awesome. One thing I noticed too, a lot of Devils fans, a lot of Hughes jerseys, a lot of Devils fans, just like that fat, short, stumpy guy. I'm just calling it like I see it. And I'm just like, oh man, I didn't know there was so many Devils fans. Not a lot of people wearing colors. I didn't wear any jerseys. Of course, I wear my McNally sweatshirt to show love to McNally's crease. I wasn't gonna wear anything Bruins. I didn't want people to come up to me, you a Bruins fan? Like, I didn't wear anything Bruins on this whole trip. I'd be embarrassed to, actually. So yeah, it was more tourist than like anything, but I strongly believe there were a lot of hockey fans too. It was just a great experience. So we went upstairs. I went upstairs by myself first, and I just Stanley Cup, Rocket Richard, the Conn Smythe, the Vezina, which I took a selfie with. I was just like, oh my god, the trophy room, that beautiful architecture, that dome. I was like, wow, this is hockey mecca. So I go and find my wife, and we have my daughter in the stroller, and she's running around. So I'm like, hey, let's go upstairs. You need to see the trophy room. And she's like, well, what's this? So we go upstairs, and my wife is like, wow, this is beautiful. And my daughter is just, we unclip her from the stroller, and she runs around. It's one of the best hockey memories I have now, is to see my daughter, who's almost, at the time was almost about 2 years old, just running around, just looking at all the trophies, the Conn Smythe, Ted Lindsay, the Campbell, I mean, the President's Trophy. I was just like, this is the best thing in the world. I'm so glad I could share this moment with my wife and daughter. And it's just so funny because there really wasn't any like little kids. I want to say my daughter was probably the littlest one here, and nobody said anything. People were like, "Oh, she's so cute." Oh, okay. They could tell we were enjoying ourselves, and that's what I did. I totally enjoyed myself, and it was so much fun. The Hall of Fame is unbelievable. So of course I had to wait in line. It took me about like 5 minutes and take a picture with the cup. And my wife was like, "Do you want me to take a picture with you?" And it's like, "Oh, it's okay. I mean, she's like, you know what? Just get in line. Take a picture with your daughter." She took the selfies, like her camera phone, and they had a professional photographer, and we took professional photos. But it was just so funny because I told my daughter, I'm like, "Don't touch the cup. Don't touch the cup. It's bad luck. It's bad luck." So my daughter, of course, being the toddler she is, she touches the cup, and it's so funny because she touched it, and like it's the cup, and then it's the neck, and then it's like the rims. I can see the rims coming loose. I can see like the gap. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, she's gonna fucking knock over the cup. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was great. And my daughter, you could tell she was in awe, like, what is this thing? And I'm like, my daughter's name is Ava. And I'm like, Ava, this is the Stanley Cup. This is the hardest trophy to win. And you could just tell the smile on her face. She was like, oh. Like, it's just, and she's 2 years old. She doesn't know anything about hockey or the Stanley Cup, but just looking at that trophy, being in that presence, she was like, oh, and I was like looking at it. I saw the way it was turned. I saw the Philadelphia Flyers below, and then I saw the Carolina Hurricanes, and I'm like, in 2005. And I'm like, look, 2005. And it was great. It was a great moment. It was awesome. It was so much fun. It's hard to get the words out to talk about it. I'm still taking it in. And, it's, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It was one of those moments in life where you're like, I'm here. I've seen it, done it. You took as many pictures and you took in the moment, and that's what I did. It was so much fun. I'm so glad I got to spend it with my family. So we ended up leaving. We got our photos printed out. The what's it called? The gift shop. It was kind of packed. There really wasn't anything too special in there. My wife's like, "You got to get something." I'm like, what do I need? I don't want to spend more money on trinkets and stuff, souvenirs. I'm not that guy. So I walked around, and there was definitely a lot of little kids, but it's basically just a NHL merchandise store. Like, if you want an Austin Matthews jersey, you want a Bruins jersey. It's all that. It's nothing like too special. I did, however, get one thing. I think it was like $10. I had to get it because he is my favorite player. That's the Wayne Gretzky. The puck. It's like raised. It's a pretty cool puck. And of course, it goes good with the wine that I bought in my hotel. I don't know if you can see it. The Gretzky wine, which I've never seen before. I'm assuming it's just in Canada. But, of course, Wayne Gretzky, my favorite hockey player of all time. The great one. A lot of Wayne Gretzky stuff when I went up there. And I love seeing it. It's unbelievable. So, yeah. And then I got my pictures, printed out. Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was just, I'm trying to think about it because it's a good memory. World can end tomorrow. And it's like, hey, at least I got the Hockey Hall of Fame. Cross that off my bucket list. It was so much fun. I can't stress it enough. And the whole trip was fun. A little difficult. Of course, when we left, my wife was hungry, so we went to a Thai Island. It was basically Thai food in a mall, because that's what Hockey Hall of Fame is in a mall. And unbelievable. Everything was fresh. And, we were just hungry and we just took a gamble on it. It was unbelievable. Low prices. I was so full. I was like, oh, I got to drive back. And, it was worth it. Every bit of it was worth it. Spend the money. Fine. You know what? Endure the traffic coming back. The traffic sucked. There was like 5 accidents on the expressway, whatever the hell you want to call it. I was like, damn. It took us longer to get back than it did to get there. And it was a Thursday. It was probably, somewhat rush hour, accidents, whatnot. But honestly, the way I look at it and looking back at it, it was worth it. It was so much fun. So, in closing, get your ass to Hockey Hall of Fame if you're a hockey fan. At least see it once in your life. It truly is the mecca of all hockey. Like, you have to go there if you're a hockey fan. Thanks to the Memories Hockey Hall of Fame. Cheers.